Hey, what is up, mortals? It is Ellen here, and welcome to part 12 of What If Aizawa Was in Class 1A. Just wanted to greet you guys by saying sit back and relax, you're in for a treat. And so we begin. All Might stood in front of the room as the students of Class 1A took their seats. As I was saying, your excellent performance at the sports festival has drawn the eyes of many pros. That made this year's Pro Hero Draft much more competitive. Usually, Hero Corps students don't have to worry about the draft until their second or third year, but your class is different, so here are all the offers for those that receive them. All Might pressed a button on a remote, and the offers appeared on the blackboard behind him. The offers showed that Todoroki got the most offers. Both Bakugo and Midoriya tied for the second most. The rest of the offers stayed the same way as in canon, but Aizawa did appear near the bottom with a few others. Know that extending offers to first years means that they are investing in your potential. These offers can be revoked if their interest in you changes before graduation. So that means that we still have to prove ourselves once we graduate. That is correct, which is why today you will be selecting your hero names. The class broke out into riotous cheering at the news. Keep in mind, young students, that these names will likely be temporary, but you should take them seriously. After all, your hero name tells the world what kind of hero you are, so choose carefully or... Before All Might could finish, Midnight entered the room dramatically. The R-rated hero then shouted, "You'll have hell to pay later!" Many of the boys were shocked as Midnight walked into the room in a suggestive way. That is right. Midnight will have final say over your names. This is her area of expertise. All Might then left the room to check on a few items. With those words, the class set to work coming up with their hero names. Yuga Aoyama was the first to take to the front of the class. The odd boy announced that his hero name would be the Shining Hero I Cannot Stop Twinkling. Midnight suggested that the cannot should be shortened to can't, and then approved the name. This left many of the students puzzled. Mina Ashido then proclaimed she wanted to be called the Ripley Hero Alien Queen. Midnight got a disgusted look on her face and told Ashido no. The pink girl was understandably disappointed. The other students were once again confused by Midnight's decision. Once Tsuyu Asui got her name of rainy season hero Froppy approved, the names started coming quicker. Kaminari was having a problem coming up with the name. The electric blonde was then tapped on the shoulder by Jiro. The purple-haired girl suggested that the sparky blonde call himself Jamming Yay. Kaminari liked this idea. That was until Jiro explained that the name was derived from the fact that Kaminari was always jamming his brain. Jiro then went to the front of the room and got her name Hearing Hero Earphone Jack approved. Kaminari was left feeling quite defeated. Do not feel bad, Kaminari. I haven't come up with anything either. You haven't? Hey, how about Eraserhead? It suits your power perfectly. I guess that will do. I don't plan on being in the spotlight anyway. Aizawa presented this to the class. Some thought it was a strange choice. The students that knew him best, like Midoriya and Uraraka, knew that this choice was because Aizawa couldn't care less about how cool his name sounded. The other students had all chosen their names. The only individuals left were Bakugo and Midoriya. Bakugo had decided that he should be called King Explosion Murder. Midnight turned that down because it seemed too violent. Bakugo gave a loud and ardent argument on why the word murder should be in his name. Midoriya thought for a long while about his name. He finally decided on his name. The green-haired boy walked to the front of the classroom and presented his name. This is my name. It has to be. He displayed his sign that was emblazoned with the name Deku. Are you sure about that, Midoriya? Yes, that could be your name for life. I am sure. Deku was a name that I hated. Then a certain someone showed me that it could have a different meaning. Now I really like it. Deku will be the name of a hero that can save everyone. As Midoriya gave his speech, he glanced back at Uraraka. The brunette was beaming. It made Midoriya happy to see the joy on Uraraka's face. As the period came to an end, All Might stood in front of the class one last time. Now that you have your hero names, you should turn your attention to hero internships. Hero internships? That is correct, young Kirishima. You will all be working under a pro hero for the next week. Wow, that sounds cool! I can't wait! I am glad to hear you are so energized. Those of you who got offers will choose your internship from among those. For the rest of you, your choices will come from a list of agencies provided by the school. Choose carefully. Keep in mind the specialties of the agencies. Let's say you are a hero like 13. You would want to intern at an agency that focuses on rescuing people and not one that focuses on fighting villains. Midnight is correct. You all have until Friday to decide. What? We only have 2 days? Yes, young Kaminari. That means you should decide quickly. Young Midoriya and Aizawa, I need to speak with you for a few minutes. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. The other students of Class 1A were curious about All Might's request. Many of the students were beginning to suspect that there was something going on between All Might, Midoriya, and Aizawa. All Might took the two teens into the hallway. Both boys were wondering what the skeletal man had to tell them. First off, young Midoriya, you need to know that Aizawa has been training with my old sidekick, Sir Night-Eye. Midoriya had a surprised look on his face at the admission. Really, Aizawa? Yes, Sir told me not to mention it to anyone. That's why I did not tell you. Oh, I get it, Aizawa, but now it makes a lot of sense. Sir Night-Eye's power has many similarities with yours. Midoriya then went into a ramble. All his words followed together in an invigorated but jumbled mess of words and ideas. All Might cleared his throat. Anyway, I and Sir Night-Eye have been discussing your future. We agreed that both of you need to train under my old mentor. He is a hero named Gran Torino. We get to train under the guy who trained you? That sounds totally amazing! Yes, he also knows about One for All, too. Wait, Sir Night-Eye I can understand, but how does this guy know about your power, All Might? Gran Torino was the sworn friend of my predecessor. He retired a long time ago, so I forget to count him among the people that know. As All Might explained this, his whole body was visibly shaking, and his tone held an undercurrent of fear. But you should work with him this next week, if that is what your heart says. Here is the address. All Might handed a business card to Midoriya with the location of Gran Torino's place. Seeing the blond man tremble before them made the boys wonder what kind of man Gran Torino was to frighten a hero like All Might. If both you and Sir think this is a good idea, then I am for it. I am for it too, All Might, but I'm surprised that you agree, Aizawa. It is the most rational decision. If we are going to have someone shepherding our progress, it might as well be the man who trained the greatest hero. That is good to hear. I will tell the man to expect the both of you. Both Midoriya and Aizawa returned to the classroom. All Might went to the teacher's lounge to file some paperwork. When the two boys entered the classroom, they were bombarded by a host of questions from their classmates. Both boys knew this would happen. They both agreed to tell the other members of Class 1A that they had received an offer to work with a hero that All Might knew, and that the two had agreed to work with the man during the internships. The other students were amazed and jealous of the two boys. Midoriya broke this fanfare by asking everyone a question. Has anyone else decided where they are interning at? Uraraka stepped forward. I have. I'm going to the agency run by battle hero Gunhead. This answer perplexed Midoriya. But Gunhead is a big baller. I thought you wanted to be a hero more like 13. You know, a hero focused on rescuing people. That is still the plan, but ever since my match against Bakugo, I have been thinking that I need to work on my physical strength. The brunette took a fighting stance and punched the air in front of her. Midoriya wondered how Uraraka could look so cute even when she was trying to look tough. That is a great idea. That approach will totally make you better in more situations. I have to agree. You never know when a villain could attack. Being able to disable a threat will help you protect more people. Such dedication to improving. It makes my heart fill with pride. The pink-cheeked girl was very touched by the approval of her friends and classmates, especially Midoriya's. As the classmates left the room, Uraraka asked Midoriya and Aizawa if they wanted to walk to the train station together. The boys agreed. Aizawa did wonder where Ida was, since the blue-haired boy usually walked with them. Uraraka said he had already decided where he wanted to do his internship and went to turn his form in. With that piece of information, the friends departed for the train station. All Might was sitting in the teacher's lounge going over the paperwork for the students' internships when Snipe came up to him. Internships for the first years. Yes. Make sure they take it seriously. There are many third years that still regret their first-year choices. Of course. All Might was looking over the forms of the students who had already made their decisions. He stopped on Tenya Ida's form. He noticed he decided on interning at the normal hero Maul's agency. The blonde hero found this strange. He knew that Ida had gotten better offers than that. All Might then noticed that the agency was in Hosu City. This fact made All Might wonder if this had something to do with Ida's brother. Time passed, and the students of 1A made their internship selections. They were now gathered at the train station and about to set off on their week-long program. All Might decided to give a few words to his students before they set off. All right, everyone has their costumes. Remember, you do not have permission to wear them in public yet, and mind your manners with the pro heroes. Some of them can be interesting characters, to say the least.
Yes, sir, we are ready to roll!
Yes, we are going to kick ass and take names! I appreciate the enthusiasm. All right, everyone, conduct yourself as a UA student should. Every student agreed and set off to catch their trains. Aizawa, Midoriya, and Uraraka stopped Ida. The three had noticed that the blue-haired boy had been acting strangely. They informed Ida that if he wanted to talk, they were there to listen. Ida thanked them for the sentiment, but insisted that everything was fine. Ida then left to catch his train. The trio were left feeling more worried than before, but decided they should catch their trains. After a while, Midoriya and Aizawa arrived at the address All Might had given them. Both boys looked over the building with its haphazardly placed sign and crumbling facade. Both boys thought it was a strange place for the guy who trained the #1 hero to call home. The boys opened the front door and entered the building. Hello? Is anyone home? It's Izuku Midoriya and Shota Aizawa from UA. Is anyone here? The room was dark, but the boys could make out a shape on the floor in front of the door. To the horror of the two boys, the shape looked like a body in a pool of blood. At this realization, Midoriya freaked out. Holy whoa, he's dead! Just as the green-haired boy said that, the body then popped upright. The old man then said in a haggard voice, I'm alive. Midoriya then freaked out again. Ah, he's alive! Aizawa remained composed. The dark-haired teen thought to himself that this was going to be an interesting week. Meanwhile, Stain, Kurogiri, and Tomura Shigaraki were standing on top of a building overlooking Hosu City. Stain had a determined but crazed look on his face, while Shigaraki had his usual aura of annoyance about him. Why do we need to stand on this roof? Can't you just kill a hero and get it over with? You must learn patience. My aim is to exterminate unworthy heroes. That takes time and observation. You have drive and ambition. You have thought through your goal very well. Finally, someone understands. Silence passed over the roof. Stain looked over the city. His red eyes grew more bloodshot, and an aura of hate and anger grew around the blade-clad man. After a long pause, the wild-eyed man spoke with a voice full of hate and determination. Hero is a title for those who have achieved great things! This world is full of fakes and criminals who chase petty dreams! Stain then shouted to the heavens, Hero, I will reclaim that word! Everything I do is to create a stronger society! Until then, I will not die! There is only one man who I will let kill me! All Might is worthy! Thank you all for indulging yourselves in the story thus far. Hope you enjoyed it. Now there are a few things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, we've got a second channel called Anime Deep Dive. Anime Deep Dive goes deep into the facts and lore of a wide variety of anime. It's sure to expand your weeb knowledge for all kinds of series guaranteed. On top of that, we have a third channel called We the Celestials Naruto What Ifs. It's what we do on this channel already, but in the vast world and lore of Naruto. Go check it out if you're in the mood for some jutsu action. I'd like to let you all know, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details will be in the description below. If you're perhaps interested in what we do here at WTC, then I would like to extend out an invitation to join the team, the only caveat being that we only accept members 16 and older to join our crew. You can find us on our Discord, which you can locate in the description below. Our Discord is an all-around fantastic place to be, whether you're a fan or looking to join our band of misfits. All you gotta do is hit up the recruitment server and sign up for whichever category of work that fulfills your interests. We're always looking for members to join us. Well, that's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching and have a great day.